comes to planning for retirement, most experts agree you should create a budget, but that's not always so easy. Many baby boomers are asking, how do you create a budget when you don't know what your expenses will be? Joining us now to talk about it is Larry Spoth. Larry is a financial advisor and the owner of Retirement Protection Solutions. He is here with us every week to educate us on finance and retirement planning. So if you're getting ready to do that or you're in the process of it, listen up. We've got some good information. Why don't we start with, how do you put a dollar amount on things like inflation and rising healthcare costs and things like that when planning that budget?
So inflation and healthcare costs, of course, as you can imagine and know, that's kind of hard to put a number on because we don't know.
Right.
We don't know what the future is going to bring us. So what we do is we add into our income plans 3%, thinking that with inflation, maybe some healthcare cost charges, etc., on your income plan, we want to add 3% inflation to that. So what that really means for you is, as you roll through retirement, let's say all the way through age 95, because you're so healthy, you probably didn't eat that custard earlier,
right? Exactly.
Right? But you roll through retirement, that basically means you're going to get a 3% increase in income to offset that inflationary cost. So we want to test your plan. So we'll build a retirement plan with your assets, etc., and we'll add that 3% and see if you make it all the way through. And we'll test it in a good economy, a bad economy, and an average economy, and make sure that you make it. But we'll use 3%.
Okay. Talk about the importance of having a retirement budget and what the first steps are to creating that budget.
Well, on the budget, I think the best thing to probably do is, be realistic. Go to your credit card statement, and if you're spending this much money, go to your checking book. If you're spending this much money, don't forget the cash flow machine. Add all that in. Well, that's your maybe discretionary spending. We know what your fixed costs are, your mortgage, your water utilities, and all that kind of stuff. Add all that together, and we'll call that your goal income. So that's the income that we want to provide you in your income plan after taxes.
Okay.
So we'll add in that tax factor, we'll estimate it, then we'll add on the 3% for inflation, and then we'll test it to make sure that you can make it all the way through your final days.
Now, do your clients determine the retirement budget, or is this something, you ask them to have outlined before they come in? How does that work?
Well, they're going to want to outline their budget. I'm not going to go add up people's utility bills.
Right.
At a certain point, you have some responsibility in this as well. But we'll take that whole ball of wax. Usually we'll switch somebody's portfolio over to a tactical, actively managed portfolio because the results are potentially so much better with less risk. That's the key. And then we'll test that whole thing. But you have to be realistic with your expenses, your lifestyle, because if you lie to me, then the income plan is going to lie to you.
And realistic and honest is the key.
That's
right there, yeah. How far in advance should someone create a retirement budget?
I like to say, well, we start working with people at age 50. We make some exceptions, but at 50, because at 50, you really got to get serious. You really got to make sure you're plugging that money away, and you can do a forecast all the way out at 50. Well, if I save at 3% or 4% and I get a certain growth rate, where will I be? Of course, that's a guess. It's computerized, so it'll be close. But once you hit 59 and a half, kid, that's the golden age. Because now you can move things around free of that IRS 10% penalty. So let's say you hold a TSP. Let's say you're a government worker. For those that don't know, a TSP is like a 401k for the government. Now you can roll some of that money out, leave a little bit behind to keep it open for future contributions, protect the amount that you rolled out, maybe from market losses through some of our index products. But you want to set that piece up so it's going to produce that goal retirement income net of inflation for yourself during the future.
All right, some great stuff. If you are approaching retirement and have a question on how to create a retirement budget or how to ensure your money lasts through the retirement years, Larry has a special offer for you today, and you're going to want to take advantage of this. If you're one of the first 10 callers, only the first 10 callers who qualify, you will receive a retirement readiness review free of charge. Here's the number to call, 1-800-611-1952. Now, Larry's done something special. He knew he was coming here today, and he set aside 10 positions just for Let's Talk Live viewers. So take advantage of that right now, and that's a $1,500 value, Larry.
That's right. Normally, we charge $1,500 for a retirement income plan and a total review. look at those tactically managed accounts versus what you're currently doing, that's $1,500. But for your show, we waive that fee.
Unbelievable. 1-800-611-1952. The first 10 callers who qualify are going to receive that retirement readiness review, and free of charge. And that's really what we've talked about before. Test your investment. Go to sleep tonight knowing that you've made the right decisions, or that you can help them adjust to make the right decisions.
Exactly. So testyourinvestment.com is one of our websites that we do, so people can test their investment side by side to one of these tactically managed portfolios and see which one's best. It's black and white right in front of you.
All right. 1-800-611-1952. Those spots are going to fill up fast, so take advantage of them. Larry, always great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
It's a pleasure.
All right. More of Let's Talk Live is right after the break, so stay with us.